Everything in here costs €1. Household goods, food, toys, drugstore items. The first impression, a bewilderingly large range. And we ask ourselves, are all these products real bargains? Can toys for €1 bring unadulterated joy? And the tools, are they really any good? But first of all, we want to test you. Our store guide mixes a colourful basket with €1 products, and off we go to the pedestrian precinct. We ask, which of these products do you think you can buy for €1, and which are more expensive? My guess is the energy drink costs more than €1. Definitely more than €1. And this, these two.
The candle's worth more.
I put the Monster and the energy drink well over €1.
The herbs are more than €1 and the batteries too.
That costs more, and that costs more. Correct. Energy drink and brand name batteries are usually more expensive, so how can they sell them for €1? The range of products in the shop is colourful. No-name products next to brand-name products, and even discarded discounter products get a second chance here. But you have to look carefully. Not everything is original. Supplies arrive at least twice a week. Manfred Müller is in charge of the branches on the Rhine-Main region. What's the secret with the prices? That's very easy to see. With the volume we have here, with over 200 branches and our international purchasing policy, that's how you get the good price. In Europe or the Far East, purchasers for Euro shops are looking for leftover stock, insolvency goods, or specially manufactured low-price products, and buy large quantities. Hence the cheap prices. But what do you get for €1? We take a look around and discover many products made of plastic and rubber. Some products have no outer packaging at all. On the packages, there's no indication of the materials used. Only the toy dinosaur has a label saying "Made in China." But what substances do these cheap plastic products contain? We can only find that out in a laboratory. At the ISEGA Testing Institute in Aschaffenburg, we have our sample articles tested for dangerous plasticizers. Chemist Dr. Ralf Derrer explains to us that plasticizers are common in such products, and they're not always harmful. You can't make these things without plasticizers. In so-called destructive material testing, chemists can determine plasticizer levels. There are set limits they must not exceed. Those that pose a health risk are called phthalates. They are largely banned by the EU for use in children's toys, for example. The risk is that these dangerous plasticizers can accumulate in the body and trigger diseases. The solution with our plastic particles is analysed in the laboratory. The computer delivers the results after 2 days. For our products, they're surprisingly positive. We've not found a single case of banned phthalates in these plastic products. That means the €1 shop that was chosen has a very good purchasing policy and very good pre-selection. That speaks for the shop. The items tested here are below the maximum legal limit. However, things could be very different in the next €1 shop. The problem is, the consumer actually has no way of distinguishing whether an article contains phthalates or contains no phthalates. Here I have 2 plastic articles made of plasticized PVC. This one contains large quantities of banned phthalates. And this is one of the articles we tested. It also contains plasticizers, but it's absolutely okay. The consumer, however, can't smell it, can't taste it, nothing at all. The only thing that offers a little bit of certainty is the CE mark, which indicates that the manufacturer adheres to EU limits and safety standards. So in this case, thumbs up. When it comes to plasticizers, our €1 products are largely harmless. Back in the Euro shop. In keeping with the time of year, we buy seasonal items: organic potting soil, flower bulbs and universal fertilizer. Total price, €3. We buy the same products at the garden centre. The cost here, however, is €8.39, almost 3 times as much. So, which ones are better? Let's start with the potting soil. Is it really organic? The garden centre product is guaranteed peat-free. The cheap potting soil, on the other hand, consists of 80% peat. The trick is, for soils, the term organic is not protected. So, for the €1 garden soil, the word organic is simply part of the name. Peat extraction destroys wetlands and thus important habitats. That has nothing to do with organic. The garden centre soil, on the other hand, is 100% compost. That's why it has a real eco-label. Our second test, the floral blooms from the bag. And lo and behold, just 8 seeds come out of the €1 package. That makes 13 cents per flower. The garden centre product contains more than 3 times as much, 25 seeds, and a total price of €2.49. That makes 10 cents per flower, so better value. And finally, the universal fertiliser for all indoor and balcony plants. A litre of each for €1 or €1.39. At first glance, the €1 shop seems to have won this round too, but you need half a capful of the Euroshop fertiliser to 1 litre of water. Half a capful to 2 litres is enough for the garden centre fertiliser, which is twice as concentrated, so it can enrich twice as many litres of water, and it costs just 40 cents more. Conclusion: it pays to take a closer look. Only at first glance do the Euroshop prices have the edge. Our calculation shows the products from the garden centre are cheaper and really organic, so thumbs up for them. We go back to our Euroshop. More typical products. Various tools for €1. How can they be so cheap? We buy a wire stripper, a saw and a pair of household scissors. All products are specially packaged, especially for the shop. Here too, there's no manufacturer's information or seal of quality. Our question is, are the €1 tools any good at all? The VPA Testing Institute in Remscheid. Here, Piero Horsch and his team carry out quality and safety tests on working tools. The first thing the expert tests is the wire stripper. In the so-called tensile test, application of the highest force determines the durability of the material, but no great force is needed here. The loose handle can even be pulled off by hand. The tests showed that the handle sleeves are simply pushed into place and are not glued in any way. They only withstood 13 Newton, but they ought to withstand 750 Newton, about 75 kilos, to prevent injuries such as the handle slipping off while standing on a ladder, so the risk of accidents is very high. In addition to the unacceptable risk of injury, the pliers don't perform well in the function test either. The hardness test shows that this metal isn't hardened. The pliers are dull and soft, and can even be bent by hand. To put it bluntly, an absolutely crushing overall assessment, the pliers are simply junk. And so to the saw. The saw blade is flexible, as it should be. The hardness test is also positive. You could actually saw things with this saw. The problem lies elsewhere. It's the handling. The handle, however, has a flaw. You can hardly get your hand in here, so you can't work properly with it. All that's left are the €1 scissors. The manufacturer claims they are rust-proof. Metal expert Sabine Ammer checks the chemical composition of the metal on one half of the scissors. And indeed, the scissors are made of stainless steel, but they are very thin, as the function test shows. At best, these scissors will cut cleanly through thin paper or fabric. Even medium-thick cardboard is a problem.
Well, I would only use these scissors for paper and very light work that doesn't require any strength.
Clear conclusion: whether saw, pliers or scissors, all the cheap tools we tested have defects. I'd never buy any tools in a €1 shop on principle, because you can't expect quality for that price. All in all, therefore, thumbs down. We didn't find any good tools for €1. Our conclusion? You can definitely find bargains in a Euro shop, but you have to look carefully, because at second glance, the products are not always good value, and often not good quality.